Welcome back, aviators. We are here in the tropical Fiji Islands, which, as you can see from the weather, is a beautiful tropical sunshine paradise. Not today. Anyway, we are heading from Nausori, and we are heading up to Matei, which I'm sure, and I'm absolutely convinced Matei is a Lithuanian word. Obviously not here in Matei. Lithuanian. No. Yeah. In Lithuanian, Matei is a second person singular past tense of a verb, matiti, to translate simply means you saw. Okay, so yes. We're heading to you saw in Lithuanian. Anyway, let's get this flight underway. Another useful fact for you there. I don't think Nausori is a Lithuanian word somehow, but Matei certainly is. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get this flight underway. Reasonable sizable airstrip is. Can't say much for our destination. What all these warning lights are. Voltage low, generator off. Okay, we need the generators on. Need that on a spin it round. See, I'm really having to struggle, fight with the rudder. Oh, where it's going now. I don't know why it's so pitched up. Struggling for speed here. Heading direct track 35. lighting on? It's so dark in here. Let's be waiting to get some lights on in here. Anyway, beautiful scenery as we climb out. Yeah, I'm still having a little bit of problems with the takeoff. Increase the rate of climb a bit. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, a pretty grim, miserable day here in Fiji. Or across the Fiji Islands, not what you'd really expect from this part of the world. I just don't understand. I don't know. Where's my lighting? If I switch that on, so I already know. I really need some lights in here. I'm missing. There must be a light switch somewhere. Surely, come on. How do you fly this thing at night if there's no light switch? Please. Okay. How do you? I could just Google it, really, couldn't I? Probably be the best idea. I really want a glass cockpit display as well. This weather ahead is probably going to play havoc. 116 nautical miles to fly. Try and pick a way through the clouds. Probably best idea. See a gap between the two there. So climb. Runway 11. Destination. Thank God. I'm flying to a tiny airport. No. And it's windy. But I mostly headwind. It's going to make for a fun landing. Tropical paradise, my arse. At least not today. Oh dear. Imagine you're going on the holiday of a lifetime to Fiji and you've seen the brochures with all the palm trees and the sun, and you fly all that way, spend all that money, and then it's like this. Brilliant. I suppose this is more typical certain times a year, but all the same, it's quite amusing. Although to be honest though, I'd still be having a nice time. I mean, hey, okay, it's cloudy, it might be raining, but I'm on a tropical island on holiday. You obviously can't see on this video, but I'm getting dive bombed by a fly and it's really quite annoying. So, just go somewhere else. Leave me alone. So the place I'm flying to is literally around the back of the island down on our right here. You can see we're just flying up this strait. Another larger, much larger island off to our left there. Can't take the name of these islands. And then we got this island just off to the right here. I have a feeling I have flown in or out of this place before on the simulator. Just the name just sounds familiar, but I can't remember for certain. I do remember a pretty smallish airport on the side of a mountain. So yeah. So yeah, we are descending down into Matei. So ready for landing. As I say, it's going to be a bit of a windy one. I've loaded this plane up as well, so I'm not sure how it's actually really going to handle. Just give myself a little bit more of a, because the runways are literally right on the tip, so let's come around this way a little bit more. There we go. I have a feeling this is going to be a tricky landing, we shall see. So, I'm trying to descend down into because look at it, we're getting absolutely thrown about up here. Okay. Turn in a minute. Somewhere here, should be a landing strip, but I feel like we can't see it. I mean, I'm still about 4 miles out. You would think you'd see it, but no, right? Go ahead and kill the autopilot. So I think I finally see the landing strip. There it is. Keep the speed about 100 knots is good. There's our runway. You finally have it inside there. Obviously, once we land, am I looking at the right thing? Yeah, there it is. Oh, behave. There we go. I said it was going to be a dicey approach. Have fun getting this on the deck. The trim is really not gusty headwind. It's going to be making havoc with this, isn't it? Power on there. Struggling to line up the runway here. Right, I need to kill the power. Now we come to pitch the other way. Oh god. I tell you what, if we get this anywhere near the runway, it's going to be something of a miracle, really. A bit more power. There we go. It's quite jumpy, isn't it? We did alright in the end there. There we go. Welcome to Matei. We did float it down the runway quite considerably, I have to say, but aside from that, that's pretty good, I'd say. So we taxi on back. Yeah, we'll get to grips with this plane. Every faith. I love the change in pitch of the prop when you cycle the modes. That's it, runway 10, it's actually runway 11. So yeah, as you can see, a interesting arrival. Of course, I would get the wing view that just looks out to the sea. It's a bit of a handful to fly, as you might well expect, but it makes it fun, I must admit. Whereas the Kodiak is just, well, you've seen some of my Kodiak landing efforts. This just feels a little bit more. I don't know. I guess I'm just flying the Kodiak wrong, but this feels a little bit more easy to handle without it bouncing straight back up into the air, landing. Real massive floats, and then I think we touched down quite nicely in the end. So here you can see our little flight north-eastwards up to Matei, and we had a landing rate of 40. So yeah, quite pleased with that one. Another pretty decent landing in tricky conditions. And once again, thank you very much for watching. For now.